Hello and welcome back to Master Magic. I'm back in with another round of buy here today. We've got some boxes of stuff here. We've got this Kamigawa draft booster box, which as far as I know the seller included every card from. We've also got a binder here too, which I think is the first time I've had a binder on the channel, which is cool. So yeah, we'll have a photo of the listing up. This was £65, which I think is something like $80. And there was a few mythics in the picture from the Kamigawa set and a foil Grim Tutor full art from the core set, which pretty good. So, and because it said it had every rare, or as far as I know it had every rare from the Kamigawa box, hopefully we should have some other good rares like the lands, which, because he only showed the mythics. Fingers crossed. So yeah, this is just I think some random boxes of stuff first. Treasure tokens, still tokens, and we've got this commander deck I think was also listed to be included. Got a bunch of these things. Don't think any of these are particularly worth anything. Generally the art cards are not worth a ton, even the stamped ones. Got tokens from Kamigawa as well, which is cool. Not sure if any of the tokens are any good, but I can look those up later. Next up, we've got a couple of these. This one has, I think, the commander deck in it. This one just has random cards or sleeves. Yeah, just some empty sleeves in that one. This one has the vampire commander deck, I guess. I don't know if they've changed it at all. Yeah, there's a bunch of blood tokens in some decent condition sleeves, it looks like. Yeah, they look pretty good. I think they're dragon shields. We can see an extended art Fable Passage foil there, which is pretty good already. It looks like they have changed it a bit, because I don't think some of this stuff comes from here. So we've obviously got rares that do come in the deck, some of those decent foil swamp from the core set there. Master of Cruelties, it's pretty cool from the list. I think what I'll probably end up doing is I'll pull out all the rares from this deck, but I might leave it together and sort it out from there. First, Diana State I don't think comes in the deck, but it's not particularly expensive. We've got Foil Extended Art Fable Passage, which is nice. That's like $20 or something, I think. Swiftfoot Boots is a good uncommon. Got more stuff from the deck here. Honestly, this deck's pretty good. It's not as good as the zombie deck from the last Innistrad, but still has a lot of good cards in it. We've got some fourth Daros land there, which is cool. Guess I should grab that, and also the Soul Ring, wherever it was. Since Soul Ring is always a couple bucks. Even though they print it like 10 times a year, I guess more and more people keep needing it for Commander, so Snow-Covered Swamp there. Champion of Dusk, that dude. Temple of the False God, I don't actually think it's worth anything. I think I check it every single time I find one in one of these collections, and then that's cool, the foil Vow land, another full swamp there. Bloodlord, Arterial thing, that dude. Foil common, foil common from the showcase art there. Is that foil? No. Still cool though. Night's Whisper's decent. Anna the Ruined Sage, Tainted Peak might be. It's a cool reprint from there. This decent as well. So yeah, it looks like we've just got the wrong pathway there, but pathways are decent too. So yeah, pretty good. I think the Fable Passage Extended Art Foil is the only thing they've added. Like Railway. Oh no, there's a Master of Cruelties as well, right? Yeah, so those two bonuses, which is nice. I'm going to leave this deck together, so I'm not going to count it. I'll obviously scan it with everything else, but I'm not going to leave it in the stack for now. I will get back to that afterwards though. If I put it back in the box anyway. I think with the tokens it's slightly too big for this box. Okay, so next up we've got this. These might be the rares and stuff that were shown in the pictures at the front here. Yeah, I think they showed all their mythics, so a lot of the mythics. So we had a foil Nyx Bloom Ancient there. That was in the pictures. Got the buy box promo dude that was also shown. We've got just some random stuff there. We've got Tezzeret, we've got Massacre Worm, we've got alternate art and regular of those. This is a foil Extended Art Grim Tutor, which is like $20 or $30, I think. We've got Jingataxius, we've got Tamio, we've got foil Narset from Ikoria, Farewell, and a random foil Magmat there. So I'll pull those out to start the pile of rares with. Guess this can go in an uncommons and commons pile. So hopefully, the rares may have been put in this binder, but I'll go through some of this stuff and just check and see if there's any rares in here. Got some of the lands, they're cool, I'll pull those out. Oh, there we go, yeah, so we do have rares, and that's a good one to get, the Otawara. So hopefully there's also a Beseiju somewhere in here. Foil Mountain, just random, is that a random Ikoria one? Core set one. Not sure if there's any commons or uncommons outside of the foil Val one again, which is cool. Outside of the what was it? I think that's actually worth it. Yeah, there's a couple of commons and uncommons that are like $1, but I don't think it's a particularly expensive set for commons and uncommons, this one, unfortunately. Okay. So I think the rares are just going to be mixed in here, I would imagine. Nothing much there. The other land, the tribal one, that's worth a couple bucks. Yeah, this one's Secluded Courtyard. Invoke Justice is a rare. This card's decent, but I don't think worth anything. We've got this guy might be $1. That's a rare, not a great one. I mean, it's okay. It's like playable, it's just not very expensive. Spiricis's Call is a mythic. Foil Lizard Blades. Extended Art Animal Sanctuary. Another land, which is cool. Take Snowlands out as well. Any just special land I think is worth putting aside. Another Kamigawa land. Okay. Next stack. So it seems there's just some random stuff mixed in here too. Just random lands and things. So we might have some non-set interesting stuff too, potentially. These might be 50 cents or something. There's another rare. That also is a decent uncommon, that even if it's not worth anything, I think I still could use a couple of them, so. Got foil Liliana's Devotee from Core. Some foil rares there, also from the Core set. Foil Circuit Mender. This is Val Collector's stuff. A couple of extended art rares there. Foil Blood Tithe Harvester. That guy, Ruthless Technomancer, is decent. This is a decent card. Again, I don't think it's actually like worth a ton. Foil. That thing, Rabbit Battery, is decent. Satori Umezawa. Not sure if this is another one that might be decent as well. There's a lot of commons and uncommons that, obviously, because it's a set that's just come out, even though they're currently not worth anything, have the potential to be like 50 cents or $1 in the future. So, Extended Art Kahira, it's kind of cool. Another rare, Brilliant Restoration. Another one of these, a foil Reality Chip. It's pretty nice. It's a few bucks. We've got that dude. This is cool. A Mothra from Ikoria. A Kim, the Soaring Wind. These must be from Ikoria collectors, I would imagine. Foil Shipwreck Dowser, a March, foil Kitesail Freebooter, foil Boneyard Lurker. Oh, that's cool. Extended Art Lurus. Oh, and this, a Survey Triumph, very nice. And a Zagoth Triumph, even better. Got Destroyer, the perfect life form there. Sorry, that was a rare and that was a foil that I chucked away. I was too excited about Triumphs. Foil Gigantha, that's cool. Lutri as well. Frontier Warmonger. Random foils, foil Dollhouse. That was a pretty good stack of stuff. That might be Chishiro from the Commander deck. March is like $5 or so. Foil Capitec Wrecker there. It's a bit hard to see, some of the foiling's quite dark in this set, so. Foil Nebelgast Beguiler. Don't know if Felstinger might be 50 cents. Stony Uprising, not great, but it is a rare. Another Splendid Reclamation regular this time. That's it from that stack, but that was a very good stack, I would say. 2 Triumphs is pretty nice. Then we've got Dorothea. Just some random commons and uncommons again, it looks like now. Tamio Safekeeping was like 50 cents. Not sure if it still is. Might be worth just taking out all the shrines as well, just because even if they're currently not like worth a lot. Katose is a rare. They might go up in the future like the other ones. So I would imagine that currently, given that Go Shintai just came out, the shrine hype's probably at the highest it'll be for a while. Maybe in like a few years when they're new to being reprinted, or you know they haven't been reprinted for a while. They might be worth like a few bucks. Tameshi there. Containment Construct I think is decent. It's one of those ones that even if it's not worth anything now, potentially could be in future. Tribute. Some shrines again, another Tameshi for Light the Way. Another Jukai Naturalist, a Light Pause. I think Light Pause is like $1 or $2. That card's decent though, I don't think it's like worth anything. There's also quite a lot of ninjas in this set that potentially, I mean it's the same thing with the shrines where currently the shrine and ninja hype and whatever is likely to be at the highest it will be for a while, but they are good cards and in future I could see them, that's a rare, could see them becoming more valuable as we get further away from the set being printed and more people want to build those decks. I mean Yuriko's been in the top built commanders on EDH Rec for, I don't know, years at this point probably, so I don't think it's something that's going to go away anytime soon, even if it does start to drain down a little bit over time as we get Capenna and whatever follows on from that. I don't think Reinforced Rayon is worth a ton currently, but it's another one of those cards that I like and I think may become good in the future. Bunch of foil commons and uncommons there. Belligerent Guest, foil. This thing, Convolute, just like a bunch of bulk from Ikoria collectors, I'm guessing this is. Shrine Steward foils, cool. Okay, we're on to almost the last stack of this box now. Some more Ikoria bulk foils there. Oh. Differently the mods in foil, nothing particularly interesting, but hey, we'll take it. Is that foil? No. Full short sword. And a full Daybreak foil. Opt, it's kind of cool. Don't think it's like expensive, but not a bad thing to have. They've printed so many versions of Opt in the last few sets that at this point I think it's, you know, we're kind of past the point of it being worth anything. But you know, it's fine. It's good to get it because it's like a decent card to just run in random things. It's nice to have more copies out there. But like people building budget modern decks and Pioneer and you know stuff like that. So yeah, so many Dragon Kami Reborn. There's like the third one I think. Into the rest, just a bunch of commons and uncommons now. Oh, the Unspeakable isn't worth anything, but it is cool. Good draft card. This might be like 50 cents. Kamigawa, mythic, not amazing, but decent. Okay, so we are pretty much down to the last few here now. This is half of the last stack of this box, and then we will see if there's anything cool inside the folder, I guess. Ishin, a couple bucks probably. More Rabbit Battery. This card is like seeing play in some weird modern grief deck. I don't know if it's like actually good, but worth pulling out because of that. More Shrines, another Containment dude. This thing's pretty decent. Another Spirited Companion. I actually need the Spirited Companions for a terrible modern deck I'm building with Yorion and a bunch of Blink stuff, just mono white Blink with like Solitudes and Yorion and stuff like that. Ranger Captain to go and get 3-bit Inspectors and other random things. I don't think it's particularly good, but it looks like a fun deck, so. Fable of the Mirror Breaker, that went up to a couple bucks recently, so that's cool. Another foil, another companion. Another one of those. Sky Turtle seeing some play in modern as well. Goro Goro. So it's worth pulling, I think. For Anchor to Reality. Anything at the end here? Another rare there, but not a particularly good one. Right, okay. So yeah, I would say that was a pretty good stack of stuff there. Now, I'm not sure if we're going to fit this on camera, but I'll give it a go. I'll probably have to move everything else out the way. Unfortunately, my camera setup is quite bad. I really need to buy like an overhead or like clamp camera mount, but just haven't found one that fits super well yet, unfortunately. Okay, what I can do, I think, is do it like this potentially. No, that's not going to work. Alright, well, I'm going to have to just pull out the interesting cards, I guess. We've got Breathkeeper Seraph, and a bunch of commons and uncommons. Looks like there's a lot of uncommons and commons in here, but also some rares. Wandering Mind isn't terrible. I've got Damnable Pact. Not sure if this is anything. Same with Fading Hope. I know I see some random play in like standard or whatever, but some AFR cards. Alligator Recovery, that's a good common, or good uncommon. Shattered Sanctum's a few dollars. Bunch of commons and uncommons. There's an Angie's Ravager from the Commander deck there. Extended Art Ruined Halo. Divining Witch from the list. We've got Command Tower, which I don't actually know if it's worth anything anymore, but useful card that's worth pulling out. Foil Lambhot Raconteur there. Glorious Sunrise. Innkeeper might be a buck or two. Runeforged Champion. Another thing from the Vampire deck there, I'm guessing. An Odric. Welcoming Vampire, that's decent, it's a couple bucks. Blood Artist as well is not bad. Got a Haunted Ridge, which is a couple bucks. We've got Random Bulk there. We've got the Bard class. Well, Gem Razor's not terrible. Yeah, it'd be much easier if I could have done this on screen, so I will have to look at getting a proper camera overhead mount thing. It's much more satisfying, I'd imagine, to actually see the pages than to see me doing this. Got Ochre Jelly, and we've got a bunch of rares on this page. We've got Legion Angels, Sedgemoor Witch. We've got the Alternate Arc Tilda, Skyclave Apparition, which isn't bad. It's probably $5 or something. Has been reprinted a bunch, so might be a bit less, but we've got some random foils there. This one has not a lot, unfortunately. There's a foil Ox. We've got a Syncopate, a lot of random foils. I think this is also stuff left over from the random collector packs that we had. Foil Extended Art, or foil Full Art Planes from Zendikar there, which is cool.
a foil extended art Brash Taunter, which I think is like $5 or something, so not terrible. Got an Island. We've got an Averbrook Caretaker there, which is also decent. That's also a good one. A Cultivator Colossus. That's like $10 or $15, I think. Ascended Pack Leader. Sunstreak Phoenix is good. Coma, that's good. Wedding Ring is also good. We've got one of these playtest cards here as well, which I don't think is particularly great, but kind of interesting. For Sun Gold Barrage there. Another Island from Val. We've got a foil Travelling Minister. Got an Arcane Signet, that's pretty cool. We've got another rare from the Commander deck they must have cut. We have a Plains from Val. We have a Grape Shot from the Mystical Archives, another Welcoming Vampire, that's decent. Foil Anax, foil Mischievous Chimera, we have Inaz, we have an Underworld Sentinel and an Extended Art Dream Trawler from Commander there, for Banishing Light from Theros, sorry not from Commander, from Theros as well. All random foils, Henrika, who's probably like $5 for Selfless Saviour, a Plains from Val, an Island from Val there, more Val lands, foil Winged Portent, which is not the worst. I mean, it's pretty bad, but it is a rare, so. Foil Yara Kinseekers, again, just random bulk foils. Rakdos Signet from the EDH deck. I guess they just took all the Mana Rocks out, which doesn't seem amazing, but Terry's Protege and a Snarling Wolf. And then I think that foil Burnbright is the last thing of any interest. So let me just have a quick look again. Yeah, the rest looks to me just like random commons and uncommons. Yeah, not seeing any. There's a few of the like alternate art from Zendikar commons and uncommons and stuff and Vow, but nothing particularly interesting. Yep, that looks to me like all of it. No, well actually that's not true. There's also this Genji from the pre-release thing, but I'm not gonna count that as any particular value. So yeah, what I'll do is I'll go away and scan up this like normal. I think we did pretty good on this one, but I will have some totals for you in a second. So yeah. Okay, so here we go. I'm back again with the valuable cards after scanning everything up. This time I've slightly changed what I normally do. Normally I would go $1 over. I think I'm going to start going for $2 or over now for most of this stuff, because there's a lot of cards which are sort of like $1-ish, which have some value but are kind of bulky at the same time, so it's kind of awkward to include them in the total costs of the lots, even though they're like, they technically do add value, you know, but it's, I think, just a slightly more realistic picture if I start doing $2 over instead of $1. So that said, we've got a couple uncommons here. There was one foil Neo land I didn't notice. I didn't include the non-foils, though I think a few of them are over $1 or $2, but like, I just didn't add them into the total. And then we've got stuff from the Commander deck here, including the Field Passage, which was like $13, and this guy, which was like $9, and then some of the stuff from the deck. Again, this deck has a few cards that are like $1 or so, but I didn't include those this time. And then for the main selection, we've got the rares and mythics from the boxes and the folders. And there's quite a few. That's the ones in sleeves are like $10 over. This thing was like $20. Wedding Ring was about $15. That guy was $10-ish as well, which was surprising. Ottawa has also gone up quite a lot. Sadly, we didn't get Boseiju, but I'll take the second best one. For Reality Chip, the Mothra was like $30, which surprised me as well. Got a couple of Triumphs, which are like 15 each. Luris obviously dropped because it's banned and everything now, but still like $10-ish. For Gigantha, got the buy box promo. The Nyx Bloom was like $20 as well.
Jingataxis is like 10. This was like 20 something as well, so not terrible. Farewell there. And then a couple of those, and Marin. So yeah, we got, I think the total was roughly 380 for this, although I'll have it up on the screen as usual. So for the sort of $80-ish price tag, I think we did pretty well. Not that common that you see like the newest set in these sorts of random buys, but I guess this person had given up playing after the Kamigawa pre-release or whatever, and just decided to sell off their collection. Obviously mostly quite a new collection, lots of Vow and Kamigawa and stuff from the last few blocks, so I think they probably started playing, I guess Ikoria was the earliest stuff, so what, 2019, and maybe they picked up a few packs of it sort of while it was still in stores after the time it came out, so they probably started playing in 2019, 2020, and I guess just, you know, decided it wasn't for them. But hey, so we got some good stuff here. I'll be back with you for some more random buys and openings in the future. Have a good one, enjoy.